Hello everyone, it is March 24th, 2021. This is my Bitcoin update for today. So we're looking at the chart here, looking at the daily chart, and what we can point out right off the bat in this recent sort of pullback after this steady um, move up after this correction, we're getting a lot of this sort of run-ups, some correction, run-ups, some correction, run-ups, correction. And these tend to be what we would consider bull flags. We're bullish on the trend, and we're getting these little flags that are like profit taking or dips that you could look to buy, and then moves up and possible more dips to buy. If you are looking to buy dips, we're sort of at a pivotal day. By tomorrow, we should probably get a pretty clear direction of where the next move is. And I will just point out that this right here level is three tests on these candlesticks on these daily chart where we bounced off of this pretty much $53,000 level, give or take. Let's round it up to say 53,000. We have not dipped below that level since we've gotten this minor correction. And I'll pull up some trends and retracements here. I'll just show you what I'm looking at. So this is the current channel we're in, and why I think today is a day where we're going to get clarity on the next move on Bitcoin. So, and my prediction now is if we close this in a red candle today, and we get a close below this trend line, we're likely going to see more downside action. And these 25%, 26, 25, let's call it 26% pullbacks on these flags here are very typical. We're not even close to that here, but we are in this channel. So if we do break below this channel, well, we'll have to redraw the trend a bit. But it wouldn't be uncommon to see a move back down to this level. But we can also look for other support levels that might bounce. We may just get a quick bounce, or one of these type long wicks where we get a quick move down and then probably bounce back up. Or it could be a little more sideways, longer drawn out move like we had back here. So let's look at the price range of what we had here from the top to the bottom. And that was actually 30%, give or take a percent or two, which is also 25 to 30% is very, very common when we're in a bull year run up with Bitcoin. Let's look at these fib retracement levels that I had on the chart here. And I drew those from this previous low up to this high point, or up to down, whichever way you look at it. They line up the same. And you do see that there are usually sort of markers where this top became a resistance level here, or rather a support level. And this support seems to be wanting to hold, but we look like we might be dipping here. We'll zoom in to the 4-hour chart. And actually, we are dipping on the 4-hour chart just below this trend line. But we have time before this closes to see what the next move is going to be. The close on the 4-hour will likely try to get support again off of this 5,300 or 53,000 level, excuse me. And if it breaks below that, we'll certainly get this target hit of this Fibonacci retracement, which was also a key level over here of resistance. So past resistance becomes future support. We might get a bounce off that. Or we could get a further move down towards this support level. Some of these support levels here, which were previous resistance. So 51, this fib retracement level. We might get a move down toward this fib retracement level. These ranges right here could be areas where we get some bounces up, or we could get some more up and down moves all the way till we get maybe here. And we would probably, if we broke below this, we would surely look to see support at this 43.5 support level here. So say 43,000 range, somewhere in this range. You can see that was a resistance here on this run up. And it was also just above this previous all-time high. So the 42,000, 43,000 range would almost certainly be the bottom on this correction. And that lines up with the 32%, 30% range, which is, again, typical for a correction of pretty good moves up from this last 30% pullback. So you could look at this, if it does go here, this would be really looked at as a long-term or a mid-term consolidation period where we're really just looking at some sideways moves. And even though these are fairly large percents, don't let that scare you. And if anything, you're looking to build a Bitcoin position. Yeah, we are breaking through on this 4-hour. Looks like we're already going to tag that. Looking at this in real time, let's go to the 1 hour. Really does, we actually starting to dip below this support, so it does, as predicted, a break behind this, below this trend line. We did expect to see some kind of bounce over here. This is a good timing that I'm checking this chart. We just happen to be seeing this in real time. So yeah, at this point, I would expect some more downside action. Let's look at a few more indicators. I'm going to go back to the 4-hour chart just because you can see a little more in perspective what's going on. But that's a pretty steep dip down, press down on this 4-hour candle here. That almost surely going to break this Fibonacci retracement level. If it goes further, we could see a really big candle like we did back over here where we got this really, really steep, sharp moves down. And you might look, if you are looking to buy, I may even just jump in and throw in some purchase orders around this level. And if we go below that, look for some other support resistance levels to place some buy orders. Yeah, we already tagged that fib retracement just now. So I think I had a buy order there that already is going to close. Well, we may get some more sideways moves, but right at this very moment, this looks like a big candle forming. One more indicator to look at. I'll just bring these up, our volume. So this is the Stoch RSI. It usually, when it's bullish, will kind of back off after something of this 92% range, or up to 95% or 100%. When you see that, well, even though you got that here, you usually will see some downward moves after that before continuing back up, as you got over here, and this is sharply moving down. So we can get some move like that here, which would be a pretty gradual but steady move downward. Yeah, we're going down fast. This next target is very much in the range now. And the volume, this volume flow indicator has been descending, however. So it's not heavy selling, even though there is selling, but the buying probably is a lot lighter at these levels. People are probably reading these charts, and smart money is looking for a bottom closer to this dot line over here, which actually is the 50% point. But I just have it scoped here because we've been so high above it throughout this bull phase here. Volume had, increased, and then it's been fading down and sort of leveling out. Again, it looks like, to me, it does look like a consolidation much closer to this. And the RSI is was slightly rolled over here and rolling back down. I mean the MACD, excuse me. So those are some other indicators you can look at, but I do think at this point we have some more downside action. Start to look to place some buy orders if you're looking to come into Bitcoin at levels like here. Look along these previous resistance levels, this fib retracement level, or somewhere in these levels here. You know, this whole range, you could just stack some orders, but we're definitely going to see some more downside at this point. I'm pretty convinced, unless things turn around quickly, and this just ends up being a long candle, but it's not looking that way at this moment in time. Let's look at the 1 hour chart and see. Well, we haven't actually got a close yet on the hour, so it could end up being a wick and be, you know, sort of a head fake. We'll just have to see. Keep an eye on it, folks, but we're going to have a lot more clarity of which direction we're heading over the next few days. We have more sideways consolidation, and I would definitely expect to see bounces off of this bottom here, or this range in the 43,000 to 42 to $43,000 range if we should go there over the next few days. So I hope you found this video helpful. That's my update, and I'll see you on the next video.